Okay, in this class we are going to understand the program of your bubble sort. Okay, how your bubble sort program is going to work. Let us trace and see. Okay, now, so what is A of 50? A of 50 is the name of the array. Okay, A is the name and 50 is the size of the array. So whatever elements, input elements you have taken as example, that must be stored in the array A. Okay, and we have taken variable n, I, j and temp. Now we'll be asking user enter the number of elements. How many elements you want to insert? The size of the n. N is nothing but user. If user give 10, it means he has to enter 10 elements. Size of the array, size of the items in the list. Now we have taken example of 5 elements, so user must give 5 as the size. And after that, user will be entering 5 and that will be stored in the variable n. So after that we are asking user enter array elements. Now user should enter all the array elements one by one. How do we read array elements? Using for loop and scanf. So inside scanf we are having a of I. So first iteration I value will be 0. So a of 0 is nothing but the first element. So user is going to enter 5, that is going to be stored in a of 0. Next time user is going to enter 1, that's going to be stored in user is going to enter 8, that's going to be stored in a of 1. Then a of 2 will I value keeps incrementing in every iteration. Now a of 2 is 6 and a of 3 is 9 and a of 4 is a of 4 equal to 3. So after entering all these elements are stored in the array A. So after that, now in for loop, okay, we are going to start with the process. Now in the first iteration, so let us, okay, you're having your for loop. Now in the first iteration of outer for loop, for I is equal to 0, till which condition it should be executed? I is less than n minus 1 and I plus plus. We should increment the for loop every time. Now I value we know I equal to 0 first time and I less than n minus 1. So what is the value of n? Your n is 5. Here you can see your n is 5. So 5 minus 1 is nothing but 4. So total 0 to 4 means 5 times we keep executing this one. 0 to 3. Total 4 times we execute this outer for loop because less than 4 is given, not less than equal to 4. Okay. Now let us see one by one all the iteration. In the first iteration, I value is 0 and you are having one more inner for loop, that is for j is equal to 0, j is less than n minus I minus 1, semicolon j plus plus. So this is your inner for loop. What is the condition in inner for loop? J value must be equal to 0 and j is less than n minus I minus 1. So in the first iteration, I value is 0. So n value is what? 5. So it is going to be 5 minus 0 minus 1, which is nothing but 5 minus 0 minus 1 is nothing but 5 minus 1. So that's going to be 4 and j plus plus. So in the first iteration, the j value is 4. Okay, now inside this you are having different iteration. Okay, in the first iteration, inside j for loop, j value is 0 and I value is 0. You are inside j for loop. Now we are checking if a of j. What is j value now? J is 0. A of j is greater than a of j plus 1. J value is 0, 0 plus 1 is 1. We are checking 5 is greater than 8. Whether the 5 is greater than 8. A of 0 means 5, A of 1 means 8. Whether 5 is greater than 8? No, this condition is not true. It is false. So we're not going inside this if open and closing flower bracket. You can see in the program these three steps. These three steps are used to swap the elements if a of j is greater than a of j plus 1. So that condition is not true now, so we're not going to do. So we keep 5 and 8 as it is because 5 is less than 8. Okay. Now After this, we come out of the first iteration of inner for loop. Now we go to second iteration of inner for loop. In second iteration, B is considered as the second iteration. A is the first iteration, B is the second iteration of your J for loop. Okay, now J value is incremented by 1, so J equal to 1, and the same condition will be checked, and 1 is less than 4. The condition is true. Now we are going to check A of, what is the J value? 1 greater than A of J plus 1. So J plus 1 is nothing but 1 plus 1, 2. Whether A of 1 is greater than A of 2. Whether 8 is greater than 6, yes, the condition is true. In this case, the condition is true. So what we should do? Now we should swap 8 and 6. This condition is true. First time 5 and 8 compare, but 5 is less than 8. So we're not going to swap. Second time 8 is compared with 6. 8 is greater than 6. Now we have to swap 8 and 6. How to swap? When this condition is true, we are making use of temp variable and we are storing A of J. A of J is nothing but A of 1. So A of 1 is means what? 8. 8 will be copying to temp variable, and after that we are copying A of 1. A of J is equal to A of 2. So this is going to copy. A of 1 will be equal to A of 2 means what? 6. 6 we are copying to first position. Now 6 came to first position. This is A of 1 and 8 came here. So to copy 8 to next position, we have to do A of 2 is equal to temp. Your temp is having 8 that we are copying to second position, and your A of 2 is having 6 that we are copying to first position. So like this, by taking the backup of first variable, we are copying second variable into first variable. After that, we are copying the backup back to second variable. Like that, we are copying, we are swapping two variables here. We are swapping 6 and 8. Now, after it is done, okay, now let us come back to same step. Now, third iteration of J for loop. This is your third iteration of J for loop. Fine. Now you can see that J is equal to 2. J value is incremented by 1 and 2 is less than 4. The condition is true. Now again you have to check what? A of J is 2 is greater than A of J plus 1. 2 plus 1 is 3. This condition is true. A of 2 is greater than A of 3. Is this condition is true? What is the new value of A of 2? A of 2 new value is 8, because in the previous step we swapped both the elements 6 and 8. Now A of 2 is greater than A of 3. Whether 8 is greater than 9? No, the condition is false because it is not greater. Now we are going to next iteration D. Now J value is incremented by 1. So J value is 3 and J value is less than 4. And A of, what is J value? 3 is greater than A of J plus 1. What is J value? 3. 3 plus 1 is 4. We are checking whether third element, the A of 3 value is greater than A of 4. 9 is greater than 3. You can see here. 9 is greater than 3. So we are going, this condition is true. So what we are going to do? We are going to swap both the elements. Again we follow the same step. But now which elements we are swapping? 3 and 4. 9 and 3 we are swapping. So this should be temp will be copied with A of 3 is what? 9 is copied to temp. After that A of 3 is copied to 4. A of 4 is nothing but 3 is copied to A of 3 will become what? 3 and temp is 4 that we are storing in A of 4. Okay, so we are swapping 9 and 3. So after swapping 9 and 3, Now 9 and 3 are swapped, so 3 will come here, 9 will come here. So 3 will come here and 9 will come here. Okay. Now after this, the next iteration of J for loop, J is incremented by 1, so J is equal to 4, and whether J is less than 4, whether 4 is less than 4, no, 4 is equal to 4, this condition is failing, so we are going to stop executing inner for loop. J for loop is stopped. Now we are not going to execute, false, stop J for loop. Now, after this, we come back to outer for loop. That is, outer for loop is having second iteration of outer for loop. That is 1.2. So this is going to be your second iteration of outer for loop. Okay, let me take now 2. Okay, this is second iteration of outer for loop. For again, I value is incremented by 1. I is 1 now. So I is less than, what is the value of n? It was 5. 5 minus 1 is 4. 4, then I plus plus. Now this is outer for loop. Again, inside this you are having inner for loop. Okay. Now for j is equal to 0 till j is less than n minus I minus 1. Right, n minus I minus 1. You can see in the program. So this is same as having j is equal to 1 and j is, what is the value of n? 5. 5 minus what is the value of I? 1 minus what is the value of 1? 1 is same. So 5 minus 1 minus 1. So this is going to be 5 minus 2, 3. So j value is less than 3. That is what we have to check now. Okay, starting from 1 to j less than 3. So only this many times the for loop should be executed. Okay, because the last element is fixed. This is fixed because first iteration 0 to 4 times this inner for loop should be executed. In the second time, second iteration of outer for loop, only 0 to 3, these many elements should be compared. And in the next iteration, only these 3 will be compared, 0 to 2. And after that, 0 to 1, and after that 0. Okay, now let us look into this. Now j is equal to what? 1. Sorry, j should start from 0, not 1. See your program, j is equal to 0 and j should work till less than 3. This condition is true and j is less than 3. Now what we should do? Again compare a of j value is 0 is less than a of j plus 1, 0 plus 1. So first element is greater than second element. Sorry, I'm using less than, it should be greater than. His first element is greater than second element. Whether 5 is greater than 6? No, this condition is false. So we are coming out of that if statement. And again, in the second iteration of J for loop, let me take it as 2.2. This is second iteration. Then we should consider this as, this is your 1.1 and this is your 1.2. Second iteration of J for loop. This is third iteration of J for loop, 1.3, and this is going to be fourth iteration of J for loop, 1.4. Okay. Now let us take J value is next iteration of J for loop. J value is incremented by 1 and J is less than 3. Condition satisfied. Now again compare a of 1, j is greater than a of j plus 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. Is this condition true? A of 1 is what? 6. Whether 6 is greater than 8? No, it is not greater. Again, the condition is false. So we're not going inside if statement. So we're going to next iteration of J for loop. Now J is equal to what? J is equal to 2 because J is incremented by 1 and J is less than 3. The condition is true. Now what we are going to do? A of J2 is greater than A of J plus 1, 3. So what is A of J? So understand one thing, in the inside inner for loop, we keep comparing all the elements one by one. Now we are checking A of 2 is greater than A of 3. What is A of 2? A of 2 is 8, A of 3 is 3. Now 8 is greater than 3. Yes. Now what we should do? We should swap this 8 and 3. So 3 will come here, 8 will come here. So we are going to swap 3 and 8. Now this condition is true. So what we did? We just swapped. I'll just use swap instead of using all the sentences. I mean all the steps for swapping. Swap A of 2 comma A of 3. We did that now already. Now in the next iteration 2.4. So what is the value of J? Now J is incremented by 1, J is 3 and J is less than 3. This condition is passing? No, because J3 is not less than 3. So stop J for loop. Now, after stopping execution of J for loop, we should come back to outer for loop. Now for I value is incremented by 1. Now I value is 2 and I is less than 4. The condition is true. 2 is less than 4. Now again we start executing 3.1 inner for loop. Now for J is equal to 0 and J is less than n minus I minus 1. So the condition is J is less than, what is the value of n? 5 minus, what is the value of I? 2 minus 1. So this is going to be 5 minus 3, your J is less than 2. 5 minus 3 is nothing but 2. Okay, now let us take the example. Now J value is 0. I'm sorry, J value must be 0. Now A of J, what is J value? 0 is greater than A of J plus 1, that is 0 plus 1. Is it true? First element is greater than second element. 5 is not greater than 6. So we are not going to swap that. This is false. Okay. So we are going to come out of J for loop and do second iteration. Second iteration what? J value is incremented by 1 and J is less than 2. Condition is true. Now we are going to compare A of 1 J is greater than A of J plus 1. So 2. Whether first A of 1 is greater than A of 2, 6 is greater than A of 2, A of 1 is greater than A of 2. This condition is true. Now you should swap 3 and 6. Now we should swap 3 and 6. Okay. So what we should do? We should swap A of 1 and A of 2, which is nothing but 3 and 6. A of 1 comma A of 2. We swapped 3 and 6. Okay. So this is your second iteration of J for loop. In the third iteration of J for loop, we are using J is incremented by 1. After that, J is less than 2. Is this condition satisfying? 2 is not less than 2. So now we should stop J for loop. Now, after stopping execution of J for loop, we'll come back to I for loop. For I value is incremented by 1. So I is 3. I is less than 4. Now this condition is satisfied. Again, now 4.1 for what is J for loop? J is equal to 0 and J is less than n minus I minus 1. This is the formula. So J is less than, what is the value of n? 5 minus, what is the value of I now? I is 3 minus 1. So 5 minus 4 is nothing but 1. So J is less than 1. Now Inside this, we are checking a of 0 is greater than a of j plus 1, a of 1. Is this condition true? No, because a of 0 is 5. Somewhere we did not swap. Where did we miss it? So 5 and 3 is already swapped because in the first position itself, it should be swapped. I'm sorry. A of 0 is greater than a of 1. No swap. A of 0, comma a of 1. In the first position itself, a of 0 and a of 1 will be swapped. Now 3 is swapped with 5. In beginning itself, it is swapped. So 3 is swapped with 5. Okay, this was done in the first step itself. Okay, I'm sorry. Now a of 0 is greater than a of 1. This condition is true. No, this condition is not true. It is false. And after that, we are checking with the next iteration 4.2. This is your next iteration, and you are having j value incremented by 1 and j is less than 1. This condition is true. No, 1 cannot be less than 1. So stop j for loop. Fine. Now let us go back to outer for loop. For I is equal to 4 and I is less than 4. Is this condition is true? The condition 4 is not less than 4. No. Stop I for loop. Okay. So how many iterations of I? See, 1. So 4 iterations of I, and first time j for loop is executed how many times? 1, 2, 3, 4 times. And second time j for loop is executed 3 times. And after that j for loop is executed 2 times. Then j for loop is executed only 1 time. Okay, so j for loop number of times executing j for loop is keep decrementing, because we are going to first time j for loop must be executed for how many times? 1, 2, 3, 4 times, because we have to compare 5 and 3 one time, 5 and 6 second time, and 6 and 8 third time, and 8 and 9. 4 comparisons are required. That's why we are executing 4 times. So after executing first iteration of outer for loop, this j for loop, the entire iterations, then we are going to fix this element place. The position of that element is fixed because it is in the correct position now. Now after that, number of comparisons are reduced by 1. After fixing this one, number of comparisons reduced by 1. Like that, we keep reducing number of times we execute j for loop, because it is going to reduce number of comparisons. After executing all the iteration, now we can see your array is in the sorted form. So we are going to display that thing using for loop and printf statement. Okay, so this is about your bubble sort.